Gmail account inviting me to create an account. Ironically, I already have an account for my Gmail, so it's not the best of examples, but I can see my pending invitations, so I can see these are the people I've added in. You can see Ken Shaw Jr. at the top there. So when Ken Shaw Jr. accepts that invitation, that's then another user. So you are then accruing more revenue from your customers in that instance. All right, so we've gone through the update stream, the files capabilities. You can upload files into the system quite easily. You can search for files. In fact, I'll demonstrate uploading just so you can see how simple it is. So if I go to this test folder here, and I want to go upload files, I get a very simple interface like this. I click Add Files. I can then grab a couple of files here. I can select multiple files, start the upload. Now you'll see I've actually just started a really big upload. I've started a 6.93 gig upload. Because we're using a Silverlight upload module here, you can really throw lots of files at it. You don't need to worry about traditional HTTP upload problems. This is obviously going to take quite a long time to progress, but it is going to upload all of that content to the cloud. So very simple for your users to create folders, create new structures, and get content into the system. All right. Joel writes, I didn't see you lock the Word doc before editing it. How are documents locked? In some cases, someone else wanted to edit simultaneously. Or in the case of the QuickBooks file, which should only have a single user. Well, Joel, not necessarily a single user for the QuickBooks. QuickBooks supports shared users, but locking's happening under the hood. So we've deliberately not exposed lock controls to users because the research shows overwhelmingly that users don't understand them. So we use a copy on write methodology, if you will, which means if there were conflicting versions, we're just going to fork the stream and you have two versions that you would need to pick the winner between the two. There's no merge functionality, for example, if that's what you're looking for. Ron asks, what is the size limit of the upload? Well, Ron, we've been saying from a product management standpoint that the size limit is 5 GB, but it definitely clearly supports more than that. I'm doing a 7 gig file right here. So there really is no hard limit. There's just the performance associated with it. As you start to do 10 gig files, it can take a very long time. So it's all about the speed of your internet connection. The faster your connection, the bigger the file is going to be able to handle satisfactorily. Okay, well, that's the end of the product demonstration. I'll take other questions on either the company or the partner program or the product itself. Otherwise, thank you very much for attending today's webinar, and please do call in to get yourself a free copy of Collaborate, register for the Kindle, and perhaps get an ROI model done. Ron asked, what is the pricing model for MSPs? So Ron, there are different packages where you buy a monthly package with us, and it's just a subscription model between you and us, and then you set your pricing with your end users, although we recommend that you use the $15 per user per month pricing model. So as with all SOS partner programs, you're in control of the customer, you're in control of the retail price point, but we do recommend $15 per user per month. Any other questions? All right, can I ask a question then? What's the feedback? Is this a product that you think you very easily sell to your customers? Is this something you're excited by? Is this something that you can really clearly understand? Or perhaps is this something that you need more information on? Were there some areas that I didn't do a good job of explaining? Any feedback you can give me about the product would be very useful. And while you're all writing that, another question from Tony, any special charges for branding? Tony, the branding's built into the partner package you subscribe to. So I might be wrong, but I'm very confident that branding is included with every partner program. We certainly verify that with the partner specialist, but it would only be on the very lowest SKU that it's not. So I think there are 6 different SKUs, and certainly on all the major SKUs, branding is just included. Todd asks, what are the different partner packages? So I don't have all of them, and I wouldn't want to, underserve the description of it, but I can talk to a couple of So these are the four most popular right now. Okay, so this is not me saying that these are all of them, but these are the most popular right now. How do I launch from this slide? From current slide. So, okay, there's the 50 user pack, and these are going, these are extremely popular. The cost is $362 per month for you, which is with all the storage, 50 users, fully white labeled, the training, and gets you launched. So we've got a 2 to 3 week delivery service to get a fully white labeled product launched. And on this model here, you'll make roughly 60% gross margin on products sold. Jerry asks, what types of file can be edited in the cloud? Jerry, predominantly Office documents. That's Open Office as well as Microsoft Office documents. PowerPoint, Word, and Excel are the most common, but also HTML, source code files, text files, PowerPoints. I might have already said that. Also AutoCAD files, believe it or not, we've got a plugin for AutoCAD, and we're going to be building out our plugin library over time. So hopefully this time next year I'll be able to say any file is editable, but that's clearly not true right now. But hopefully that addresses 90% of users' file editing needs. Kerrick asks, is the partner program for this and backup all one program, or are they separate? Kerrick, they're separate, but often they get bundled together. So you can just bundle both together if you want to, and I think you probably get a discount if you do that. John writes, seems much like Dropbox. We are not making any money on Dropbox. So John, two things. One, it kicks the pants off Dropbox, if you'll excuse my colloquialism. From a functionality standpoint, it is leagues ahead of Dropbox, but it's very similar to Box.net. But you're right, you make no money from Dropbox. You also make no money from Box.net. So if you're going to position this with your customers, it's basically your version of Box.net, right, that you're selling to them. And as between SOS and you, yes, we're allowing you to make a 60% gross margin on it. Whereas if they go and buy Box.net, you get completely cut out of the equation. Ron writes, I think this could be good in lieu of FTP services we are providing for the legal community. Ron, absolutely. The legal community is a big target market for us in our online backup business. A lot of our partners focus on just selling to the legal community. So this is a tremendous product for electronic discovery, document rooms, and really just all of the different types of document management systems that the legal community needs to do, both internally and also with clients. Joel writes, looks very good, much better than the corporate SharePoint in use by one of my clients. I don't understand your answer on locking copy on write. I don't see how you could correctly, successfully select the right version. Joel, we cannot correctly successfully select the right version. So what we do is we retain both versions, flag a conflict, and ask the user to choose. So totally agree with you on that. So what I'm saying is we don't attempt to merge or make the decision about conflict resolution for the user. We ask the user to make that decision. John writes, I understand the product well, I think. Need to think about whether this fits our vertical. Thanks, Ken. Great presentation. Thanks, John. Appreciate the feedback. Eli writes, are partners on the Collaborate program also tied into the backup program as well? Eli, not by default. So you can join the backup program or you can join the Collaborate program, or for a lot of our partners, join both. Because going back to my earliest metaphor, I think a lot of your customers need whiteboards and filing cabinets. So if that's the case, then you should sign up to both programs. Tony writes, comment. So there's always a challenge to pitch an offering like this when people are used to sharing a file server on a LAN. Tony, absolutely. So one of the best ways to get them to see what a crummy solution sharing up a file on a LAN is to give them Collaborate, because all of a sudden now it works on their iPhone, their Android, their iPad, from home, from anywhere, on the road. All of that functionality is extremely seductive when you start using it. And then you scratch your head and you ask yourself, well, how did I ever get any work done without this technology? So I think a land and expand sales approach is crucial to rolling this product out to your customers. Otherwise, inertia will keep them using FTP and email, and those are inferior technology solutions. Ron writes, what if you only have 50 users but need more than 50 gigs of data? Ron, you can add storage capacity easily, so just talk to the partner specialist about being able to add chunks of storage capacity. Joel writes, are there compatibility problems with the Office documents results? Are the results 100% coincident / identical with the Microsoft Office Suite tool? They are not 100% coincident, Joel. Like most preview technology, it uses PostScript driver files to produce PDF-like content, and that can change things just like it can when you print to a PostScript printer and it doesn't print out perfectly right. Microsoft's products are a little bit finicky in that regard. So it's not 100%. I would say it's 98%. Jerry writes, this could clearly eliminate MS Office costs for a company that has a subset of users that don't heavily use Office. Jerry, absolutely. So in our own company, a couple of years ago, we made the move to take Office off the desktop of most of our 150 employees because most of them didn't need it. Stephen asks, may have missed it, is versioning supported? Absolutely, Stephen. Versioning is built right into the product. So I can just very quickly show you. If I pick a file and if I look at the version history, you can see these two versions here. I can make one of them current. I can download each individually, etc. I think if I go to this one, we'll see a bigger version tree. This file's got 7 different versions on it. So absolutely. All right, well that brings us to the end of our time as well. If there are any other questions, please do type them into the GoToWebinar software. The software will be running for another 10 or 15 minutes or so, and we'll have somebody contact you with answers to those questions. So thank you very much for your attention today. I hope it's been a valuable use of your time. Look forward to seeing you again at one of our webinars in the future.